is funk. Thoughts deep, boys steeped in the depths that he sunk. Big stress, depressed in the middle of fall. Sky gray, I late in the thick of it all. I wonder, how long can a human survive just staying alive or carrying the rest of the tribe? Waiting for the day to arrive or struggling dies, and I be doing way more than getting by. So why? Cop myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Hey, cop myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Realize life is so much more than just living the day. Every day I can sit and reflect and reconnect to myself and all that I've been given. See, giving up is not an option. So when I'm looking at gray skies, I'll be adopting a new way to deal with a test. Lord, relieve me of stress. The ring be looking like when blessings drop in. And so I cop myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Hey, here we go. Yeah, let's do this. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. In times of test, let no harm beset me, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. In times of test, let no harm beset me, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. Woo.
Warning, the following image and/or content may be disturbing, offensive to some viewers. Viewer discretion is strongly advised.
A freeze of several federal aid programs, including federal grants and loans, which could impact millions of Americans. According to a memo sent by the White House, the freeze on federal assistance is slated to take effect at 5 p.m. That memo specifies that the pause is not going to affect Social Security or Medicare benefits, nor does it include assistance provided directly to individuals. And President Trump has signed a flurry of new executive orders ushering in big changes for the U.S. military. He is also reporting some progress in finding a new buyer for the social media app TikTok, with growing concerns about U.S. tech dominance. Doug Luzader has more this morning from Washington.
President Trump is back at the White House now after attending a strategy session with Republican lawmakers, but he is still making change after change on his own. President Trump quietly returned to the White House last night without taking questions. But the day he spent in Florida and on Air Force One will lay the groundwork for big changes at the Pentagon.
We're in capable hands. The warfighters are ready to go.
That's where his newly confirmed Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, arrived yesterday.
And today, there are more executive orders coming that we fully support on removing DEI inside the Pentagon, reinstating troops who were pushed out because of COVID mandates, Iron Dome for America. This is happening quickly.
Very quickly, and it includes a review of how the military will address the issue of transgender service members. At the same time, Trump is watching the markets, which were roiled yesterday after new developments for the Chinese artificial intelligence startup DeepSeek. It caused some U.S. stocks to plummet. Trump, though, sees a bright side.
I think it could be good because if it comes in cheaper, that's going to benefit us too. So it's a technology, and if it comes in cheaper, I think it could affect us too, positively.
And still hanging in the balance, the future of Chinese-owned social media giant TikTok, with the looming threat of a U.S. ban. Trump confirmed that Microsoft is a possible buyer.
President, is Microsoft in discussion for acquiring TikTok?
I would say yes. A lot of interest in TikTok. There's great interest in TikTok.
Now, the president extended the deadline for TikTok, but just until April, while he hopes to broker some kind of a deal. In Washington, Doug Luzader, Fox News.
They literally cut my food stamp card off. Zero balance. They took everything. I was just at Meijer's to get some groceries. I had a car full of groceries, over $600 worth of crap. I went to go slide my card. It's gone. It is all gone. They aren't paying my rent this month. I don't get my disability or my kids' disability in the first. My cash benefits is gone. I had over $10,000 in food stamps, and it's... Oh my God. So I told my husband, and he says to me, as I'm crying, and he says to me, well, maybe you'll lose some weight now. God, why did I vote for him? This was gonna happen. I can't go get a job. Is there anybody out there that can help me, please? Please.
So I just got my food stamp letter regarding my cash assistance and my disability because somebody reported me and they denied me for all of it. So me and my kids were getting disability. I was getting cash assistance and I was also getting food stamps. And they shut me off on all of them. I did an appeal. I just got my letter. So with this new 2025 food stamp that Trump is trying to pass, or is passed, if you are an able-bodied person, you have to go get a job. If you want food stamps, you have to go get a job. So I either have to go get a job or I lose my food stamps. But if I go get a job and start making money, then my disability, it gets canceled. So how does that work? Because I was on food stamps, I was on cash assistance, and I was on disability. Me and my kids. What I make should not matter for my kids' disability. Am I right or am I wrong about that? And TikTok, my TikTok income is not considered a real job. I have to go get a real job if I want to keep my food stamp. But then I will lose disability if I get that job. Help me out, state of Michigan.
Why would Trump do that? Signed a bill to end food stamps? And don't come under my video talking about some old work, pay your taxes, this, that. How I work. I work. I work. So I don't want to hear none of that. Like, food stamps come in handy. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not embarrassed to say I get food stamps. Yeah, boo, I get food stamps. And I still need my food stamps. Like, of course, I could go pay for food out of my pocket, duh, me and my man. But it's like, why would we do that when we got food stamps? This who y'all wanted to be president, right? This is who y'all wanted. Now he doing all this dumb shit. All this stupid ass stuff that don't even make sense. And only thing this man did was get TikTok back. That's the only thing he did. And what they really did was they took it away for a day so he could be in a frenzy, which we was, and they put it back so it could make it look like he was a hero. That stupid ass man, like.
It's time to go to work, y'all. Time to go to work. Time to go to work. It is time to go to work, y'all. It's time to cook tonight, man. It is time to cook tonight. It is time to cook tonight. Yes. It's time to cook tonight. Salute, salute, salute. Welcome, welcome. Happy Thursday to each and every last one of y'all. Yes. Appreciate y'all tuning in to the lounge tonight of this another episode, y'all. That man, this been an episode in the making for real, man. Cause I got a lot to say on this topic, and I not only I got a lot to say on this topic, I got a lot of insight on this topic as well too, through my professional um opinion as well too. So my opinion do matter a whole lot. This not gonna be one of them shows where I'm just making up bullshit as you go or just making up random stuff. I'm gonna tell y'all straight up how the way this stuff operates and how the way this stuff works for real. No lie. Let me tell you. Because there's been a lot of misinformation. Been a lot of misinformation about the SNAP benefits. Been a lot of misinformation dealing with Medicaid, also with President Trump executive orders as well too. We're gonna get into all that, y'all. We're gonna get into all that because we need to talk about it, y'all. Because one thing that I'm one thing I don't like what people do is that they'll sit up here do all this type of negative misinformation not because it's wrong or anything like that. They do it simply because they just don't like that person.
That's bullshit.
Simply because they don't like that person. And so they'll just make up any old thing, or if any old thing come about, it be instantly that person fault for real.
What?
We experience it all the time. Hell, I experience it on social media, on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I experience it all the time too. Where if you go against your certain like favorite content creator or whatever, right? They end up doing weird stuff and saying weird stuff that is just not true at all. You know what I'm saying? Just make up stuff as they go. With President Trump is no different at all, man. Where a lot of stuff is misinformation. It's a lot of stuff that they kind of blew away out of proportion and everything. So on the lounge tonight, I'm going to enlighten y'all on all this stuff. I'm gonna enlighten y'all about these food stamps thing, this Medicaid thing. I'll probably touch a little bit on the Medicaid, but food stamp and Medicaid, it's kind of one and the same because it's under the same entity, which is through ultimately the Department of Health and Human Service. Okay, so we're gonna touch on this, man. I'm going to give y'all my expert opinion on this. And the reason why I say expert opinion is because I worked for the Department of Health and Human Service Commission for nearly almost like 8 years. All right, for almost 8 years. So I was considered as a tenured worker. All right, so I know how this program operates. I know how it works and everything by me being there. Now, I no longer work for the Department of Health and Human Services in my said state anymore, nor I'm no longer a social worker with the state of Texas at all. You know what I'm saying? I decided to end my tenure of being a social worker and transition into other avenues. You know what I'm saying? But there's neither here nor there. But by me working with the state and with the government, I know how these programs operate. Okay. I know how they operate. A matter of fact, when I started my tenure there with the Department of Health and Human Service Commission in the state of Texas, my beginning was that I was the guy who was in access and eligibility department. What does that mean, Urban? I was the guy who either approved or denied people for getting SNAP benefits or Medicaid. Facts. That's my job. That's my job. My job was to interview people to see if they qualify for the food stamps, for the Medicaid, and see if they qualify for the said benefits. That was my whole entire job. So I interview people that are coming to our office. I sit down and have a one-on-one conversation with them. And this was prior before COVID, by the way. They'll coming to our facility, right? They'll come down and sit down with me and have a interview with me. I will interview them and ask them certain open-ended questions to see if they qualify. See if they qualify for these said type of benefits. That's my job. That's my job. So once again, I did this line of work for over 8 years, so I know how the system works. I know what it takes for you to qualify for the said benefits, and I know what it takes for you to get denied for these said benefits. And on top of that, I know the policy behind these said type of benefits as well too. And on top of that, I know without a shadow of doubt that it was a lot of over expenditure within the Department of Health and Human Services. Period. Being real with you. Just being real with you. Can I be real with y'all tonight? I know it because I seen the numbers. I seen it. So tonight we figure ready to talk about this, y'all. I figure ready to break this whole thing down to y'all. I'm gonna give you once again my professional opinion. At first, like back in the day, I really couldn't talk about this because when when you a worker like that, right? You do sign a contract, meaning that you won't display, certain information out as long as you work for them. Okay, that's true. So that's why a lot of stuff when people had these conversations, I really couldn't say much about it. But now, since I'm no longer an employee of the state of Texas, hell yeah, y'all can get all this down smoke tonight for real. Y'all can get it tonight. Let me let y'all know. I'm be real. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm gonna be absolutely real with y'all to tell y'all the God honest truth of how this program worked for real. So y'all can understand it. Therefore, when I explain this to y'all, therefore you will understand why I keep telling people this, that the things that President Trump is doing, preferably for these programs, especially these financial assistance programs, I believe that it's beneficial. It is. Because ultimately, what President Trump is doing is that he's trying to figure out where's all this overspending is happening, where's it occurring at. He's not saying that he's trying to dismantle the whole entire program of itself because common sense know that there are people who actually need the assistance. Facts, really do. There are people out there, y'all. There are people out there that really do need assistance. They're not sitting up here pandering the program, not sitting up here sitting on a lazy ass, not sitting on a lazy ass and literally milking this program. That's facts. There are people, really people who need it. But there are other people out there, other people out there that don't need this program. They own this program and they sit up here milking the hell out of it. That's what President Trump is trying to do. He's trying to see where all this overexpenditure is at, so he could want to allocate these additional funds to services for the citizens. The same concept where President Trump is introducing the tariffs, you know what I'm saying? Where he introducing the tariffs for uh, overseas countries, where he trying to get overseas countries to literally pay us taxes. So he doing all this stuff because he's trying to lower our taxes because the color, which is the cost of living, and all that is too high for us. It is. A lot of y'all be sitting up here bitching and complaining. Oh man, grocery is high. Oh man, why my bills is high? Oh man, I can't do this and I can't do that. But once when somebody come up in there and call it for what it is and trying to clean house, oh my God, I don't like it because I don't like Trump. That's some bullshit.
That's bullshit.
Come on now. Speak for real. Speak for real. But once again, we're gonna get into all this, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up, man, because this is out of every show I did, man. This is gonna be one of them informative shows that y'all need to know for real. That y'all really need to know what's going on for real. And no, it don't have nothing to do with black people. It kills me that certain high level black people, right, which we call the boule and all them, right? Let's keep it real. Them house Negroes sitting up here literally brainwashing y'all to think that this dude sitting up here is coming after black people. What the?
That's bullshit.
Wow. He's going to send us back to slavery.
That's bullshit.
He's taking away our benefits.
That's bullshit.
Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Wow. Wow. But we gonna get into it, y'all. Shout out to each and every last one of y'all who are here right now. Sure, we got Bougie Bob in the building. Salute. Sure, we also got South Pat Sweet Reader in the building as well. Salute, salute. Shout out to everyone else who were in the building, who's either watching the show in the bushes or you catching the replay. We got a lot, man. We got a lot to cover. We got a lot to talk about tonight, y'all. We really do, man. We really do. We really do. We really do. We really do. So the whole purpose of the show is preferably we're gonna talk about the SNAP benefits, okay? Where we too much is not going to too much focus on SSI or RSDI. Where we're not going to focus on financial aid assistance for college students. We're not going to really focus in on that because in a way that's really not that big of a deal. But we are going to focus on the SNAP thing because apparently this is a big deal to modern day people and lower class people, and preferably, let's call it real, single moms. Let's call it for what it is. Call it for what it is. Call it for what it is. So we primarily going to focus in on that and chime in on that tonight on this podcast. All right. So once again, those of y'all who are coming in to the lounge, I appreciate you tuning in. Once again, throughout my tenure, right, working for the Department of Health and Human Services, right, I worked for them for over 8 years. My beginning foundational role with the Department of Health and Human Services was that I would say access and eligibility, meaning that I was the guy that interviewed people to see if they either get approved or denied for food stamp benefits. Later on down the line, throughout my tenure, right, not only I was interviewing people to see if they could get either approved or denied for food stamp benefits, I also was testing people to see if they was eligible to receive Medicaid as well too. Then towards the end of my tenure, right, I was part of helping women with pregnancy Medicaid. All right. So at the end of my tenure, I was helping women with see if they could get either approved or denied for pregnancy Medicaid. All right. So that is my whole tenure. We're working with the Department of Health and Human Service Commission in the state of Texas. That's what I did. So I want, well, what I'm going to do, I want to share this with y'all because I want to, matter of fact, let me share with y'all the actual budget so y'all can understand my argument behind this. All right. So I want to share with y'all the actual budget for the Department of Health and Human Service Commission through the fiscal year. All right. Um, we're not going to look at this video yet. I'm going to switch this around, but I do. I want to share this budget with y'all so y'all can truly understand where I'm coming from on this. All right. So here's the actual budget. All right. This is the one actual budget. They call it the Nutritional Assistant Program, which is known as SNAP. Okay. And this is as of January 2025. All right. Now, if you look at the fiscal year, right, started from 1969, the overall total cost of this program that we're spending back in the day was no more than $250 million. Okay. That was relatively very, very low back in the day. But when you scroll all the way to modern day time, preferably in 2023 and 2024, look at this bullshit. 2022, which we could kind of understand why it's significantly higher because during 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2022, that was during the time we was dealing with the pandemic, and also that was during the times where we was having a series of all these different natural disasters that was happening in the nation. So we can understand why it's significantly higher. But for 2023 and 2024, for it to be $99 million, that is some absolute bullshit.
That's bullshit.
Now I want y'all to understand this. This is coming out of taxpayers' pockets. Well, when you're working right, when you're able body and you're working right, you get taxed for this. You get taxed about roughly about 10 to 15%, and it goes towards programs like this, right? Imagine you contributing to the pot in this, right? And this is part of your money that you're contributing to this pot to help somebody who's in need. I'm pretty sure that each and every last one of y'all do not have no problem with really helping someone who's in need. I'm pretty sure of that. If you have a problem with that, then you are a crazy ass individual for real. But the issue is not the part of helping people, it's the issue is people who using and abusing the system. That's the issue. So out of this 2024, out of this $99 million, right? Roughly about, I say about 30 to 35% of that, or maybe even more, is dealing with fraudulent SNAP cases where people are literally milking the system. They literally milking the system because they feel like that they can do it. This is the reason why President Trump had issued that executive order because he's trying to see where the money is going to. He's trying to go and tackle these people who are literally sitting on a lazy butt and not working. The whole purpose of this program is to create what is known as a supplementary income, which is temporarily for their family until they're able and body to go out and work and provide for themselves. That's ultimately what it's for. It is not a long-term program. It's never been a long-term program. Even with Medicaid, which once again, we're not gonna go too deep with Medicaid, right? Even with even with them program, it is a short-term program. So when you become a able body, you can go out and work on your own. Then this money can be allocated to people who really need it again. Now, another thing that I want to tell y'all is this: Throughout my 10-year experience of working with the Department of Health and Human Services, there are two type of people who apply for these benefits, and I'll be straight up real with you. The first, well, I'm gonna say three. There are gonna be three type of people that apply for the benefit. The first ones is the ones who actually need it, which is the citizens, the U.S. citizens. The second people is the one who don't need it but feel like they can want to get into the system to milk it. Guess what the third type of people are who apply for this benefits? Guess. Guess. Don't worry, I got y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all. Immigrants. Immigrants. I'm gonna say it one more again. Immigrants. Do y'all know that throughout my tenure experience of dealing with this, right? I have tested more immigrants applying for these benefits than are actual U.S. citizens. No lie. Immigrants. I want to share something else with y'all too. Since we talk about the immigrants over here, all right? Are y'all aware of that there's actually another financial assistance programs that tethered just for immigrants? So are y'all aware of that program? There is programs available for immigrants when they come over. They could come over as a sailor or whatever, right? You know what I'm saying? Or fleeing from a country, wherever the case may be, right? Some majority of them come over, they don't have no green card or nothing like that, and they be considered as illegal immigrants. But even then, there is a certain type of program out there that is allocated for spending of these immigrants. It is. Are y'all aware of it's a charity known as the Catholic Charities? I don't know if y'all have this in y'all said state, but in the state of Texas, Catholic Charities is one of the main programs for immigrants. What Catholic Charity does is that they, through our government, right, through financial assistance through the government, right, through the grants through the government, right, they use the funds to provide houses for immigrants. They use the fund to provide medical assistance for the immigrants. They use the funds to also provide either grants or short-term loans for immigrants who want to start up a business. No lie. When they come over and stuff, right, and they get approved for this said benefits or the said grants, right, they are automatically, depending on the size of their household, depending on the size of their family, they automatically are averaging out to get the bare minimum of $1,000 right off the rip. Now, depending on the size of the family and everything, the bare minimum starts off at $1,000 and it could go up to almost $5,000 or even more. So imagine if one immigrant have one household size of 6 and they come over to this country and they go through Catholic Charities, right? And they give them a grant and they paying this said immigrant, right, $5,000 a month. $5,000 a month. $5,000 a month is roughly, what's that about? Close to about 55,000 a year. If you're looking at salary range, that is the average salary of modern workers in America. So you mean to tell me a person who not a citizen in this country and they trying to become citizenship, they get qualified for a program and they automatically making more than us? Oh, hell no.
That's bullshit.
Hell no. Thank you, Bob. About 60,000. Thank you. That's bullshit. Here you are, a law-abiding citizen born into this country, and you can barely make 35 to 40,000 a year. But you get immigrants who send up here coming over here, don't even have their green card. Some of them are looking for visas and all that type of there. Some of them will even get smart where they try to get dual citizenships, right? Or some of them will only get a work permit and come over here. and still be eligible to qualify for these said type of programs I'm telling y'all about. So you mean to tell me that immigrants could come over here to this country, get these said type of grants and loans, start up a business, start up a temporary family, then eventually become a citizens in this country while us as citizens we working hard and we can't even qualify these for these type of benefits? Mm-mm.
That's bullshit.
Mm-mm. So this is the reason why President Trump is sitting up here trying to tackle this. What he trying to do with this? He ain't trying to go after the poor or go after the poor class people. He ain't trying to go after black people or Hispanic people, stuff like that, like the dumb shit that y'all sitting up here saying. He literally trying to see where these funds is going so it can be allocated properly to the people who deserve it. Now, I'm not knocking immigrants who come over to this country and they do everything through due process, they do everything legally. I'm not knocking that. If they do everything legally and they apply for these benefits, they do what they do. It is what it is. That's the law. No harm, no shade, no foul. But at the same time, let's keep it real. A lot of these immigrants are illegal. And they go through these like programs through the back door through these programs because they little homies and stuff, right, who are legal immigrants, put them onto this program. Yeah, bro, you need to go and get part of this program. It's going to help you on get money, blah 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 blah. And they slide through the cracks to get into this program. That's why President Trump is talking about this, y'all. I'm trying to let y'all know to inform y'all of the reason and why that executive order was put out. Once again, by me being a tenure worker, I seen the numbers. Me and other workers complained about it. Imagine this also. Imagine working for the Department of Health and Human Service Commission and you part of access of the eligibility, right? And you sit up here crunching the numbers together and you end up approving people for food stamps, knowing good and down well they don't need food stamps. But they found some type of way to wiggle through the system. While you as a worker, you sit up here struggling. Because let's also keep it real. Do y'all understand that federal workers, they don't get paid as much as y'all think they get paid? They don't. The low-level workers who work for the Department of Health and Human Service Commission, who works for the Workforce Commission, who works for the Veterans Affairs, these lower tier workers, they're not making a lot of money. They're not making a lot of money being social workers. They're not. The average social worker in this country is making roughly the bare minimum about $35,000 a year. And that's just for entry level. It's about $35,000 a year. And so if you become tenured and stuff, right, the max that you could get is up to about $45,000 a year. Imagine that. And you got these other people or immigrants or whoever it is, right, come in and they make twice as much, 3 times as much as you, and they just on government assistance. Y'all will feel some type of way. Then on top of that, you literally work in these cases and stuff, right? You work in these cases and you're seeing these people getting approved, but yet it's still your household is barely struggling to pay bills. You have to pull up at Walmart or Aldi or Kroger or Food Lion, Food King, wherever it is that the store that you go to, and you spending almost $200 to $300 in groceries through your money. But yet it's still you watch and see people get approved for food stamps for over $1,000 something. That's a bullshit.
That's bullshit.
What the hell can you do with $1,000 a month in food stamps? It ain't no way in hell a household could literally stage that much groceries for $1,000 a month. That is crazy. But that's the reality. And we as work, we've been complaining about this. Even when I worked for them, we was complaining about it. They're like, damn, we sitting up here struggling, approving these people, right? Like, damn, we haven't even got no raise or anything like that. Like bare minimum, at least let us get qualified for food stamp benefits for the type of work that we do. They said, nope, They said, hell no, we're not doing that at all. Nope. Mm-mm. That's the reason why they're saying what they're saying. Ladies and gentlemen, how many of y'all are tired of going to the down grocery store, wherever store that you go to, right? Wherever store you go to. How many of y'all are tired of going to the grocery store and you spending $300 and you barely got 15 to 20 items? How many of y'all are tired of that? I am, because inflation is so high. Because the color and the cost of living is so high. How many of y'all are tired of that? But yet it's still, we want to jump on the bandwagon when this left party sit up here, sell y'all a fake story like they always do. Like they always do. I'm personally tired of it. Hell, our gas prices is high as hell because of inflation. And it ain't because we don't have natural oil or anything like that, because we have oil, we have plenty of it. It's because of inflation. That's ultimately what it boils down to. Many of us are addicted to shopping with Amazon and all these other dealerships, right? Right? Paying all this money for shipping and all the stuff there. Why other people out here, immigrants and everything, come over here and they could get all these services? You'd be pissed the hell off. I want to show y'all how easy it is to qualify for food stamps, all right? If you know how to work the system. Because the people who I dealt with, the ones who really fraudulent, they learn how to work the system. And I'm gonna show y'all this. Now, I'm gonna show y'all this. This is with the USDA, but it's universal for all SNAP in every state. Okay, you could go onto the website and you could find this resource, because the people who built this system, this is what they do. They find this resource. Now, I'm gonna scroll all the way down, and this is talking about the SNAP income eligibility list. Well, SNAP income eligibility limits. This is showing on this chart the household size. Now, for one person in a household, there's one person in a house, they gross monthly income, which is 30% of poverty, they have to be under $1,600. If they be under $1,600 and their net income is under $1,200, they can qualify for SNAP benefits. If you look at this chart, goes down to two people in the household. Same thing, the gross monthly income. If you get under the gross monthly income and under the net income, you could qualify for these benefits. And it keep going. Yeah, hey, y'all ever wonder why when you deal with people, when you deal with people who's dealing with these benefits, right? Hey, y'all ever wonder why they try to increase their household? Hey, y'all ever wonder that? Hey, y'all ever wonder why certain type of women will purposely get themselves pregnant over and over and over again? Hey, y'all ever wonder that? The reason why is because they know the system. They know how to milk the system. They know that the more people in your household, the more likely you'll be qualified for these said type of benefits. So they keep getting pregnant over and over and over again. I had did cases where it was women who just finished having a baby. Less than 6 months later, they're pregnant again. And half of them who do this is immigrants. The other half that the other proportional half that do this is people who's in the states who are as you call poverty people or poor people. I'm gonna share with y'all another story too, y'all. I was helping a married couple, right? With trying to qualify them for benefits, right? It had broke my heart that I had to deny them for these services. It did. Here's a story. The wife ended up being medically diagnosed with cancer. The wife had to undergo chemotherapy. At first, the husband and the wife was both working able bodies, right? The wife was earning almost nearly six figures until she ended up getting her cancer diagnosis, where it prevented her from working. Their income got cut in half. Now it's the husband that's working, right? But guess what? The husband was working at a job. The husband got injured on the job. The husband ended up ultimately getting through what do you call that? I forgot. That thing where you be injured and they'll pay for it, whatever, for short term disability, all stuff. He was on all of that and stuff, right? Then eventually they end up running out, and guess what? That company end up laying him off. So just like that, in that moment, they went for earning six figure incomes all the way down to being in a poverty level, just like that. And they also had four children, four young children as well too. Wife no longer working, husband no longer working. He go through uh, Social Security Administration. Yeah, workers comp. Thank you, workers comp. Thank you. He go through the Social Security Administration to apply for disability for not only himself but for his wife, but got denied multiple times, even though they had all the medical documents that proves their case that they're qualified for that. But even if they were to get approved for that, that still was not going to be enough for they said expenses that they have. They come into our office. They share with me all this information they got. They presented all this information to me. I end up on running the numbers and stuff, right? Then ultimately, when it came down to it, the system denied them of benefits. Now, this is a family who really needed. It was in a situation and they really needed it. System denied them of the benefits. Y'all want to know what was the amount that they got denied for? They was one penny over this limit that I'm showing you right now. There was one penny, 1 cent over it. 1 cent over it. And I want that to sink into y'all. 1 cent over. And they got denied. All because during that time frame, the husband was still receiving short-term disability and workers' compensation. 1 penny. That had broke my heart and it pissed me the hell off because I didn't work other cases where I seen people who are literally milking this damn system. They don't even need it whatsoever. They don't need it. But yet still they qualify for it. But this family here who's in dire need of it, who's in dire need, who ultimately got denied for these services. How would that make y'all feel as a worker? If you were working for this unsaid system, how would that make y'all feel? If you have any type of heart in you, if you care about the people around you, regardless if you like them or not, you will feel some type of way. That will literally make you feel some type of way for real. And that's how people right now are feeling about these federal benefits. I say this. I said that 2025 is the year of accountability, and I mean that bullshit all the way. 2025 is the year of accountability. This is the year where we need to be held accountable, especially as a nation. We need to be held accountable for this overspending. We need to be held accountable for a lot of crazy stuff that been happening prior in other years. We do. This is a year of accountability where now we need to get over this damn hump of where we all sitting up here struggling. We are struggling to make ends meet. All that is done now. It's a wrap. Because me being an able-bodied person, an able-bodied man, an able-bodied husband who's supporting his family, I don't want to struggle like this. It's crazy. Insane. And I'm pretty sure those of y'all who have families or you may be single, whatever the case may be, y'all are feeling the same exact way. Deep down, y'all feeling the same exact way. Y'all feeling the same exact way. Let me get to some clips real quick. I want to show y'all these clips real quick. And then I'm gonna get to the comment section. Once again, shout out to each and every last one of y'all who are in the lounge today for this good old content. Appreciate you. Appreciate y'all a whole lot. Let's get into some of these clips that I seen on TikTok, man. That just blew my mind for real. You know what I'm saying? Oops, wrong screen. All right, let's get to some of these clips that blew my mind on TikTok. Of these people talking about this, who are complaining about this, and they don't even know what the hell that they talking about. All right, so let's get into it, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up because it supports the channel out a whole lot. Those of y'all who not subscribed to this channel, I don't know what the hell y'all waiting on. Y'all need to get sub up because we be doing some thought-provoking content over here for real. But let's get it.
So now if you work and you can get food stamps, it's a certain amount of hours that you have to qualify for, but now if you have a job, you can get food stamps. See, Trump know what he's doing. He got a lot of shit going on. He know how to rock it up. He know how to just make. Now I'm not mad at it. Now I'm not mad at it because we've been asking for food stamps just because we're in a working household. That does not mean, everyone should be qualified for food stamps, and this is good for people that is working because they do help out. So I'm not mad about it. But it's like he know what to do. And that's the thing when he be doing them stimmies. He likes to throw us a shut the fuck up. Don't look. Be blind to what I got going on. This is that don't look, be blind. Now he's allowing food stamps. Trump is giving workers food stamps. And I'm not mad at it, but I know what it is. That's a stimmy. You're telling us that you want us to be blind, and we're not blind.
So let me correct this real quick. President Trump is not giving workers food stamps because that's all the way incorrect. He's not doing that. That's not happening. That's not happening. But what is happening is what I was explaining to you earlier. If you are a able-bodied worker and you fall under that income guideline that I showed y'all, then yeah, you could potentially qualify for food stamps. Absolutely, you can. Absolutely. That's what they talking about. But a lot of people are being misinformed because they just now learning about the system of food stamps. Some people they know about it, but they don't know about it, legally. You know what I'm saying? And so now people are starting to know about it legally, but they spreading misinformation about it.
Blind. Because it used to be once you start working, and now that we found out you're working, we take it from you. But now he's trying to give it back. I'm not complaining, but I know what you're doing. But I'll still take it. Thank you.
All right, let's get another clip, y'all. Because once again, I want y'all to understand where I'm coming from with all this, right? All right.
Oh my God, the EBT community is in shambles. Whatever shall they do? I've been on welfare for 10, 15 years. Whatever shall me and my 10 kids do? Oh my God, why would they do this? Well, here's a message from me and my puppies. Get a job. A job. A big boy job. It's called assistance. Sound it out. Assistance. And some of y'all been getting a free ride for far too long. And I'm so happy that bus stop is coming to an end.
And I agree with them. I absolutely agree with them. Because once again, by me working these said cases, it pissed me off every single time where I see people who's literally a able-bodied worker who's capable of getting employment and they choose not to because they want to stay on food stamps. Piss me off every single time. So in my humble opinion, I agree. Y'all need to get your ass up and get a job. It is that simple. Go to work. Make something of yourself. It's not hard to do at all. And here's another thing that I want to add on to this, just in case those of y'all who want to give some pushback on this. Stop living beyond your damn means. Stop trying to keep up with the damn Joneses. Stop it. You don't need to you don't need to live just like Beyonce and Rihanna and just like your favorite actors or whatever stuff, especially if you don't qualify for it. Stop living beyond your means. Wherever your level is at, stay on that level. Because I guarantee if you stay on your level, you stay on your budget, you afford what you can afford, I guarantee that you can live the life that you want to live. Some of y'all right now want to take vacations and do all this other stuff. You could very well do that if you start living beyond your means. It's many of us right now who still up here got mortgages that's almost like $4,000. You got a $4,000 mortgage, but you sitting up here making $30,000 a year. What the hell?
That's bullshit.
You sit up here paying a $4,000 mortgage and you only making $30,000 a year. What kind of craziness is that? Then on top of that, instead of you just getting something simple like a nice house where you could afford and you could just build upon it, do DIY projects on it, right? And just getting a normal car. Y'all want to get you a goddamn Mercedes Benz. Y'all want to get BMW. Man, I even seen some poor people riding around in Tesla trucks. Like, how? How? Ride around in Tesla trucks and you live in a goddamn apartment. How? But at the same time, you sitting up here complaining, bitching and complaining to President Trump. Oh my God, President Trump making us work now. Hell yeah. Because you need to. Because once again, like I say, this year is the year of accountability. It's time for y'all to start owning up to a lot of bullshit that a lot of y'all be doing. I'm not saying y'all in this chat, or if it is y'all in this chat, then I'm absolutely talking about y'all ass for real. I'm absolutely talking about y'all. But if it don't apply, let it fly. Because some of y'all, we need to tell the truth about y'all for real. For real.
It is not fair for half of the world to live for, and all that Section 8. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. B-Y-E. Bye.
Adios.
You get nothing no more. Now you need to get up and you need to take accountability for your life and get a job like everybody else in America and go to work. Now there are some people who need it, like the elderly, the people with disabilities, stuff like that. Y'all are not included in this.
Facts.
But the people who are young, can work, has no physical deficits or no emotional, problems, you're about to come to work. Come on. Come on. I'll be waiting for you. It's time to dust them dusty cheeks up and get to work. You can either get to work by Uber, by bus, by train, by plane,
Gig
but
work.
you will be coming to work. The free ride is over. No more roller coaster rides for you. Why should you get free government assistance because you decided to choose to have 10, 15 kids? Nobody told you to do that. You chose that. I think
Oh, by the way, I was working a case, right? Um, I had asked I asked that woman that question. I like, well, why do you have all these kids and you know you can't take care of them? God honest truth, this is what she told me. She said the reason why is because she was told that the more kids she have, the more likely she could qualify for government assistance. No lie. No lie.
that's a personal decision. Nobody forced you and said you're gonna have, this amount of kids. No, you chose that. You chose that lifestyle for you, and that assistance that you was getting, you took it, and you know you abused it for years, for centuries, and it's time to work. Enough is enough. Lazy. Welcome to reality. And I understand reality sometimes can be scary, but this is reality. And I know there might be some trolls in the comment. I just want to let you know that I don't care about your I don't care about if you're mad. Stay mad. Yes, I'm coming for you. Yes, I'm happy those food stamps are being cut off. And what are you going to do about it? Oh, I know the answer to this question. Get a job.
Not with the rolling of the eyes. Hey, speak said is this dude in this video zesty as hell. Hey, speak. There's a as you know, there's a method to Urban's madness. Trust me, there's a reason why I'm showing this dude and I'm getting ready to show this person as well too. And there's a method behind this. And I'm explaining to y'all later. Wait a minute, that's the wrong video. That's wrong video. That's wrong video. That's wrong video. Did I miss it? What the fuck? Yeah, I missed it. Oops. Oops. But there's another. Hold on. Let me put this other video real quick, y'all. Hold up, man. I don't like to be unorganized in my damn stream. I'm looking bad now. Hold on. Let me put this other video real quick. Where's this person at? I can't believe I did add it on here. All right, here we go. Here we go, y'all. Found it.
My question is, the people that be selling their food stamps to do everything they need to do, get their hair done, get their nails done, bitch go out to eat, bitch go to the club, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck is y'all gonna do? Cause he talking about some bitch, the people that's getting food stamps is the people that's working now. The motherfuckers that ain't working ain't getting no food stamps. So that's gonna make everybody go get a job so they can get them piece of them food stamps. Bitch, I been paying cash for food. Been paying it. Been paying it. Tired of paying it. You know what I'm saying? Bitches got $3,000 or $4,000 on their card, bitch, and I gotta go swipe my motherfucking debit card. I'm over it. You know what I'm saying? Bitches literally depend on that food stamp to sell their shit so they can get their nails done, their hair done, their lashes done. Bitch, I know bitches that get food stamps and they refrigerator don't know what no groceries look like. And they got kids. Bitches trying to get a hit. Bitches trying to get their motherfucking nails done, their feet done, all that shit with their food stamp money. And it's sad. Bitch.
That is absolutely true. Absolutely true. I also seen cases where man, I ain't lying. It be people that be set up here pulling up to the food stamp office. Man, them ladies, they be having their hair done. They be having their nail done. I just seen them pull up. No lie, I just seen them pull up in vehicles and like Mercedes Benz and everything on benefits. Because one thing y'all have to understand too is that them benefits only last for a certain period of time, right? So there are cases where you can either get it for a month, you can get it for 3 months, you can get it for 6 months. Then afterwards you have to do what is known as a renewal. So when you do the renewal, basically what the Department of Health and Human Service Commission going to do is that they're going to send out a notification saying, hey, your benefits is up for renewal. So you're going to have to re-report all over again. And so that's what they do. These people, they'll go and re-report all over again of these said type of benefits, right? And before COVID, they'll set up and pulling up to the office. I've seen them put up with their hair done. I done seen them put up with expensive vehicles, and they'll set up a lot say that it's somebody else's vehicle, but it's really theirs. All kind of crazy ass stuff that I done seen through my tenure of working with the Department of Health and Human Service Commission when I used to work for them. So they're not lying about this at all. Period. It's like that for real. It really is. It really is.
Your children some food, bitch. They hungry. Buy your children some food. Fill your refrigerator up for one time in your life. Bitch, do you ever have your card? Do you ever use your own card? Bitch, let me get three, four. Bitch, my house to be so loaded. Bitch, I never have to go to the grocery store. Bitch, I ain't selling no fuck thing. Bitch, I ain't doing nothing but feeling. Feeling, baby. Every motherfucking closet, pantry, motherfucking drawer gonna be filled to the capacity. Bitch, I ain't selling shit. Oh, base of moves, honey. No, ma'am. Oh, you want to buy some stamps, girl? Bitch, go spend them stamps on your kids, baby. On them 5 kids you got and fill their house up. Cause it's sad. It's sad. You gonna make y'all everyone go get a job now, ain't it? Yeah.
All right. So, like I said, there's a method behind the madness. All right. These 2 videos that I shared with y'all, right? The reason why I shared these videos is because these individuals is part of the LGBTQ community. If y'all didn't figure that out by now, but I'm pretty sure y'all did. But they're part of the LGBTQ community. Okay. There's a rumor that's going out where they simply saying that even the LGBTQ community is going for um you know what I'm saying, the Democratic Party, that they trying to push to say that what President Trump is doing is wrong. But no, in this particular situation, even the LGBTQ community agree with this bullshit. They agree that it's an absolute bullshit. They agree that it is, that it needs to change. It do. Now, the other stuff, the DI and all the stuff that's neither here nor there. We ain't gonna even talk about that on the show tonight because there's a whole nother different topic for me to piss people off about that. But that's neither here nor there on the show. But there actually is for President Trump to go and figure out this expenditure so people could start saving money and take these people who are fraudulently using these benefits off of it. Because ultimately, that is what it's for. That's why he was doing it, to get these people off of these benefits who don't need it. Now, one other thing I'm going to share with y'all too is that they do have a department within the Health and Human Services, right? There's a department that do deal with fraudulent claims. Okay, this department is very understaffed and under budget, meaning that the workers who are a part of this department, right, they're not getting paid a lot to do this work. They're not. Let me explain to you what they do. They'll want to get a certain case, right, and they'll go and investigate. Part of the investigation is this: they first of all will attempt to contact the said person who they believe who's doing fraudulent benefits. They'll try to contact them while reviewing their case. If they can't get in contact with them, guess what they're doing? They're pulling up to their residence. They're pulling up to their residence and seeing where they live at. They're taking pictures of their said residence. They pulled up what is known as data brokers, right? They put up data brokers, right, which is a third-party resource site that displays people personal information, where it shows your address, where you work, and all the different things. Hell, it even shows if you got warrants and stuff out for your arrest. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Because some of y'all dumbasses be on YouTube be using it to dox people. But the Department of Health and Human Services use these type of data brokers, third-party data brokers, to research people. This is how they know, like, with, I'm pretty sure those of y'all who ever applied for these benefits before, this how they know where you live at. This is how they know that you driving around in $100,000 car because it shows up on the data broker report. They do. This is how they know where they could tell if an immigrant is legal or not. It's through data brokers. So they'll pull up this data broker report, research, pulling up to the residence to see where you're living at. Where if you live in an apartment or a house or wherever else you living at. They go, they take pictures. They pull up to your alleged place of employment because your employment pulls up on the data brokers as well too. Your place of employment pulls up on that too. How much you making every week, bi-weekly, every month pulls up on the report. If you ever won the lottery in whatever state, it pulls up in that report. If you are on child support, it pulls up on that report. They see it. So they have this report. They look at this report. They go to where you at, where if it's your residence, they even research your job where you at. The report also shows your surrounding areas of where you at. It shows your neighbors who lives around you. It gives your neighbor's name, everything. The cars that your neighbors drive, everything on that report. That's how they know. That's how they know. So they go and investigate these people to see if they are truly telling the truth. But they need benefits. So when they investigate them, then when it comes back around, they end up receiving a letter saying, hey, we investigated your case, and guess what? You have to pay back these benefits. That's what they do. No lie. No lie. But once again, the reason why it's not efficient enough is because it is understaffed and underpaid. So you don't have a lot of people out there who is doing this. So that's why a lot of people be getting away with the fraudulent claims that they be doing. Because they don't have enough workers to do it. Now, if President Trump were going to the budget and to the expenditure, right, and see what's actually going on, then guess what he could do? Guess what they could do? They could allocate that over expenditure to go and help pay these workers so they can do their job. But once again, these are the things that y'all don't see happening in these federal governments. No lie. See, with all this talk and stuff, right? Well, we're looking at this video real quick, and we're gonna backtrack a little bit about Trump rescinding that on the order, right? So let's hear what you guys say.
So if I get a job, I can get food stamps. But if I don't get a job, they cut my food stamps. But if I get a job, they're gonna cut my food stamps anyway. How does that work?
And it's simple. And it's simple. How it works is, once again, it depends if you fall under that income guideline. So if you fall under that, then more likely you get food stamps. I seen on Speak On here, he said this. He had said earlier this. He said that he went to apply for food stamps, right? But they only approved him for $15 damn. $15. $15. I had a case where I had approved somebody for $5, bro. No lie. Where they fell under the limit, right? But they was right there, kind of borderline and right, and they end up getting approved for $5 damn. And I had to tell her, I like, so did I get approved? Yeah, you got approved. You got approved. How much I'm gonna be getting? And I'm hesitant to tell them. I'm like, then I was, I didn't hear what you say. What you say? What did you say? You getting approved for $5 down, bro. $5 is all you getting. What the hell I'm gonna do with $5? I like shit. Guess you buy you a pack of ramen noodles and call it a day. That's all you can get. That's all you can get. That's all you can get. So yeah, that's how it is. And also, what he's talking about is able body as well too. Long as you are able body, you can want to apply for benefits. But I just thought about this. Here's another thing too for us the qualification part, right? The other part of the process is this: once when you are approved for these said benefits, right? You are required to look for work. And this is similar to when people receiving unemployment. Okay. You're required to look for work. You're required to look for work and you're required to report when you are seeking for employment for food stamps. That is a requirement. If you don't abide by that, when you come up to your next review, right, you're not going to get food stamps. All right, one more video, and we're gonna get into the one chat real quick, y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning into the stream. Those of y'all who tune in, make sure you thumbs up the live, man, because it helps the channel out a whole lot. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Hey family, I'm back. I found out something else. I don't know if y'all heard or not, but Trump is getting rid of that Section 8 and EBT for these people that don't want to get out here and go to work. Your time is up, baby. Y'all, I know most people like us really not feeling Trump, but I'm kind of feeling him on what he's saying about this. Now, how many of y'all have family members, friends, people you know that's been living off Section 8 for 20 years?
I have family right now who got generations after generations living off of government assistance. They mothers is teaching their daughters to milk the system when they get to a certain age, preferably when they get close to about 18, 19 years old. They teaching them how to milk the system. They telling them like, hey, go out here and find you these old simp beta dudes, right? Go out there. Go find you these old simp beta dudes, right? Allow that dude to get you pregnant. And you get pregnant again and again and again and again. And you go and get you some assistance and stay on it. So that's what they do. They go and get themselves pregnant. They go and get food stamps with their children. They go and get, in my state, it's called TANF, but it's on cash assistance. They go and get that right. They go and get Medicaid and will literally stay on this system. Even right now, as we speak on this stream, there are people who are 40, 50 years old or even older than that still on this damn system, milking it out, while us able-bodied workers sitting up preparing for this. Paying for themselves there chill. And you're not mad about that? You're not upset about that? That doesn't make you feel some type of way about that? Oh, I forgot. Some of y'all like to stay on code. My bad. Some of y'all like to stay on code. I ain't no snitch, right? But at the same time, they using your money.
They rent $3. They don't go to work. Not that they can't go to work. They don't want to go to work. Now, let me say this on the sidebar. They do have some people that need Section 8. Some people that, medically they can't go to work, or, they just can't physically. I get it. I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to these ones that your mama been on Section 8 all her life, and she ripping and running and doing this and doing that, and then you seen she was on Section 8, paid $3 rent, so now you as a young girl, because you done got pregnant and you got a baby, you go run out there and get on Section 8, and you ain't working, and you having child after child after child, and y'all all on Section 8 getting food stamps, $1,000 a month, and no, that's all about to stop. That's who I'm talking to.
And then on top of that, normally they're receiving up to about $1,000 a month, only paying about three or $400 for rent, right? They have the audacity to sit up here and sell your money. I want y'all to listen to this carefully. They have the audacity to sell your money. I'm gonna say it one more time. They have the audacity to sell your money. What are you talking about? Sell my money? When they separate say, hey, I got them food stamps for sale, man. I got them food stamps for sale. What the hell you think they're doing? They're selling your money. And this is how stupid we are. You literally buying your own damn money. God damn.
That's bullshit.
You're literally buying your own money. They said something, I'm selling these food stamps. That's your money. It's like going to a car dealership and purchasing a car knowing gunning down well that car is a down limit and you purchase it anyway. Kind of similar to that. It's like dealing with a snake oil salesman, right? Where the person telling you right off the rip that this is a fake product and you still buy it anyway. That's what they doing. Selling you food stamps. I got them food stamps. All you got to do is give me $50 and I give you $100 worth of food stamps. Go swipe away. That sound like them. What's some cases, right? Oh, them tethered people, right? Who writing them long emails and stuff, right? Talking about, hey, I'm from Nigeria, and I'm trying to get citizenship to the country. If you do this for me, I would give you $10,000. That is the same as that thing what they doing, but with food stamps. So I give you $100 worth of food stamps for $50. Oh man, that's a great deal. That's a steal. Hell yeah, that's a steal because you literally not only stealing, but you set up here paying your own money. Mm-mm-mm. See, y'all didn't think about it like that, huh? Bet y'all gonna stop buying them food stamps for them people. I bet you're gonna start checking them and say, look, how in the hell you gonna sell my own money to you? What kind of craziness is that? Trying to sell my own money to you? What own money? Negro, I pay taxes for food stamps, and you trying to sell me my own tax back? God damn, that's even more wickeder than Trump. That is diabolical.
Okay? Trump said that's enough. So for us people that goes to work, that's working, he said you got to have at least 30 hours. Okay? 30 hours a week to qualify for the program. All right? So most of us that work on a regular basis, 30 hours ain't nothing to us. This is what we do. So guess what? We gonna be the ones walking around in the grocery store with the big baskets because we deserve it. All these years, they've been letting people with no job. They walking around with 2-3 baskets full of groceries, and us hard-working people, we got a little handheld basket with 2-3 items in there because that's all we have left out of our check.
Hey, y'all, that first of the month is diabolical, y'all. It is. That first of the month. Man, whenever I go to the store, I do my best to try to avoid going to any type of grocery store on the first of the month because I know that majority of the time that's when people food stamp hits. A matter of fact, here's another thing with me used to be a worker. People receive People get their food stamp drops either the very first of the month, or they'll get it on the 12th of the month, or they'll get it towards the end of the month, like the 28th or something like that. One in them three, one in them three. It's either the first, the 12th, or the 28th of the month, depending on when they apply. And so, well, whenever they come to the grocery store, man, I like, man, look, I do my best to try to avoid that at all costs, because they be making me so mad. They be coming through here with 2 or 3 basket full of groceries, man, and be swiping that EBT card, and here I am. I'm too, man. I don't want to pay rent and everything, right? Pay rent, sorry, not rent, pay mortgage and all this stuff there, right? Barely got like about $300 or $400 to spend on groceries, because hey, let's keep it real. When you working and you got children, and our children are teenagers, they're not babies, they're teenagers. And y'all know how teenagers are. Teenagers will eat the household alive. Facts. So you sitting up here spending, barely struggling to pay $300, and here this other people coming 2 or 3 quarts. We in the money. We in the money with the food stamps. Bullshit.
That's bullshit.
That's why I hate going to the stores. I do. On them days where I know they them EBTs done hit, that money they hit, I hate going to them stores. I avoid it at all costs.
And they sitting around getting fat food, eating lobsters and shrimp and crabs and all this other good food, and we can't even eat that. And we the ones going to work. So I'm glad Trump didn't flip the switch, baby. So all y'all that's living it up right now, that's able-bodied to go to work, and you're choosing not to go to work, you better get ready. Because, baby, y'all finna get them notices. And them notices gonna come soon. And like he said, real quick. And those of us that go to work, we ought to be able to go and apply for some food stamps and see what it feel like. To be able to go in the line and slide a card with pride. Because it's not for the ones that don't have nothing. It's for the ones that's working to have something. It's our turn now, y'all.
I highly doubt it. If an able-bodied worker will be able to get approved for food stamps, because it just not going to happen. It just not. If you fall over that limit, you're not going to get food stamps, period. You're not. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Y'all want to know one of the worst things that our nation did with food stamps and also the EBT system? Y'all want to know the worst thing that they did? The very worst? The worst thing that they did is this. They have allowed services such as DoorDash, Uber Eats, such as these little small service stations as well too. Like around here in Texas, we got 7-Eleven, Quick Trip, and all these other gas stations around here, right? They allow these different type of services and entities and stuff, right, to allow EBT. That's like the worst thing that they ever did. The second worst thing that they allowed, they had allowed for hot purchased food to be purchased with EBT. That's the second thing that they allowed. That is so absolutely bullshit.
That's bullshit.
So you mean to tell me that a person could go on DoorDash or whatever, and they can use a EBT card, and they can get them a full meal from McDonald's or Burger King or Red Lobster? Wow. Mm-mm-mm.
So I'm telling y'all right now, if you able to go to work, you better get out there and start filling out them applications. If you want to have a place to live, it's time to get up and stop being lazy. Because, baby, this is not the American way no more. Trump said no. And y'all can be mad all you want to. I told you, things are changing. You ain't gonna like it, but guess what? You got to go with it. So that's what I got for y'all today. No more Section 8 EBT for people that don't want to go to work. Y'all time is up.
Heck yeah.
Leave a comment, y'all. Let's talk about it.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. I agree. I agree. I absolutely agree. Shout out to everyone who's in the building right now, and I appreciate y'all a whole lot. Appreciate y'all a whole lot. Tonight's show, we are talking about the topic about food stamps, right? Ultimately, that's what it is. We're talking about food stamps. We're talking about President Trump's executive order about financial assistance program, and I'm informing y'all about the whole purpose of this particular order. The whole purpose of this order, why he did this to begin with in the first place, is that he's trying to see where the spending is going. So if there are any type of over expenditure, right, or any type of fraudulent activity that's happening within these said type of programs, he's trying to cut it off so it could go back towards the people who really need it. That's ultimately what it's for. That's the only reason why he's doing it. So don't let misinformation dictate and tell y'all that he's doing it because he just being a mean ass white man. Or being a mean ass white man who's for the rich. No, it's not the reason why he's doing that. He's honestly trying to look out for us in this situation. That is honestly what he's trying to do. But even within that, and we're gonna get into this for a few seconds. Even within that, he had to go and rescind the order just so he could go back and let y'all know exactly what was the intentions behind it. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, when I went and researched the actual executive order, right, there was a lot of things that needed to be clarified in there. I agree. I agree. So ultimately, they went and rescinded this executive order so they could go back and remodify this thing so people know exactly what he's talking about or what they talking about. All right, so we're gonna listen to that in a few moments. But shout out to everyone who's in the building right now, and I see you. And I always like to acknowledge people in the building. Touch, I see you in the building. Appreciate you. Just a little touch. Hey, hey. We got my girl Buns in the building. Salute, welcome. Gas mask, what's up with it, man? Salute, welcome. Who else we got in the building? We got a little Linda, Lindy, hot apple, whatever the hell this is. But she's talking about he or whoever this talking about your volume too low. Shit, my volume loud as hell. It's a little bit too loud. So we have I always love acknowledging the trolls because I know that it takes a lot for trolls to come into the comment section and to type stuff out. So I love acknowledging the trolls. So we got, even though my moderator had erased it, I appreciate the sound patch. I see the when you deleted it, but I still got it. But I love acknowledging the trolls because I know trolls make the world go around, especially in content correction. So we got the troll Cindy Adams that said liar, hands on fire. Appreciate you. Hey, Bob, she talking about, man, Urban, I had to turn you down. Shit, I don't know what they talk about. Y'all know how it is. And Cindy came back and said this. I'll help you out, lady, by calling you on your lies. You know you did not get a letter stating any of what you're claiming. And I'm pretty sure they talking about for what was said earlier because I showed a letter earlier today about this lady. Matter of fact, I'll do this for y'all before we get to this last part of the stream. I'm gonna show y'all what the person was talking about for us, this lady. All right. So hear this real quick. I'll show it to y'all.
They literally cut my food stamp card off. Zero balance. They took everything. I was just at Meijer's to get some groceries. I had a cart full of groceries, over $600 worth of crap. I went to go slide my card.
Church lady, I see you in the building. Salute.
It's gone. It is all gone. They aren't paying my rent this month. I don't get my disability or my kids' disability in the first. My cash benefits is gone. I had over $10,000 in food stamps, and it's...
Ron, and I see you in
So
the
I
building.
told my
Salute, bro.
husband, and he says to me, as I'm crying, and he says to me, well, maybe you'll lose some weight now. God, why did I vote for him? I did not know this was gonna happen. I can't go get a job. Is there anybody out there that can help me, please? Please.
So I just got my food stamp letter regarding my cash assistance and my disability because somebody reported me and they denied me for all of it. So me and my kids were getting disability. I was getting cash assistance and I was also getting food stamps. And they shut me off on all of them. I did an appeal. I just got my letter. So with this new 2025 food stamp that Trump is trying to pass or is passed, if you are an able-bodied person, you have to go get a job. If you want food stamps, you have to go get a job. So I either have to go get a job or I lose my food stamps. But if I go get a job and start making money, then my disability, it gets canceled. So how does that work? Because I was on food stamps, I was on cash assistance, and I was on disability. Me and my kids. What I make should not matter for my kids' disability. Am I right or am I wrong about that? And my TikTok income is not considered a real job. I have to go get a real job if I want to keep my food stamp. But then I will lose disability if I get that job.
All right, real quick, let me clarify what she's talking about. All right, see, she's trying to insinuate that just because she do content creation, that's not considered as a real job. I'm gonna let y'all know that's absolutely bullshit.
That's bullshit.
Content creation, when you're making money off of it, it is considered as gig work. Okay, once again, content creation is considered as gig work. All right, meaning that you're a self-employed employee. Now, there are a lot of cases when I work with the Department of Health and Human Services Commission where I work cases where people were self-employed. The thing about it is that they have to be very, very detailed with the information that they share with their said state. Meaning that they have to have all the ledgers, they have to have all the documentation, they have to have different receipts, kind of similar to them reporting their taxes, but they're doing it with the Department of Health and Human Services Commission. So they have to have all this information together to prove their self-employment. So with all that being said, yes, gig work is considered as self-employment. It is. Yes, being a content creator is self-employment. Absolutely it is. Absolutely it is. But let's continue, y'all.
I was on food stamps, I was on cash assistance, and I was on disability. Me and my kids. What I make should not matter for my kids' disability. Am I right or am I wrong about that? And my TikTok income is not considered a real job. I have to go get a real job if I want to keep my food stamp. But then I will lose disability if I get that job. Help me out, state of Michigan.
Happening with her is this, and I actually have researched what was going on with her. What ended up happening is this: she was bragging on her socials, right? Her on TikTok and stuff. She's bragging that she was receiving these said type of benefits, right? And she kept bragging over and over again, right? And so the people who's viewing her on content, right, they end up on reporting her. They had reported her to the Department of Health and Human Services Commission, right, in her state. They ultimately end up on seeing this video. They had did a what we call that, a review. They had did a review on her case, and ultimately she ended up getting denied for the said benefits because she didn't report her income. And on top of that, by her not reporting her income, guess what happened? She ended up owing the state back all that money that they had got from her. That's what ended up happening to her. So once again, it do be situations where this unit I was telling y'all about earlier, where they go and they go and investigate fraudulent cases. They do that, but the one thing about it, that unit is heavily understaffed. Okay, the unit is heavily understaffed. Where a lot of these people, they slide through the cracks and they never don't get their case investigated. I remember when I worked there, right? I had talked to one of these workers. They had told me that they had reviewed a case that dated all the way back to 2020. No, 2000. They had reviewed a case documented from 2000, right? Where this individual was set up here literally stealing benefits, started for 2000. But it got reported a long time ago, got backlogged and stuff, right? That finally a worker ended up pulling this case and started working this case. So back then, the case was like 2000. And when I got with this worker, right? When I got with this worker, it was back in, I think like 2019, somewhere around there, right? That's when they actually started working this case. So they reported it back in 2000. Almost 19 years later, they just now started working on this case. They ultimately end up reporting this case and filing a claim on them, and that person ended up having to pay all their money back. So that's why I keep telling y'all that these departments, they're underfunded and understaffed, and it takes time for them to get, to go over through these cases and find out about these cases. Facts. Sweet Really, she said, this is a good question, by the way. She said, can you file taxes off of content creation? Absolutely, you can. Actually, to be quite honest with you, if you are making money doing content creation, you should be filing self-employment taxes on it. That's what you should be doing. Because once again, you're considered as a self-employment. That is because they call, if you don't have a LLC with your content creation, they call you a sole proprietary, meaning that you is your own self entity, you is your own self company. Okay. So you should be reporting that said income to the IRS. Do people do it? Neither here or there. But you should. But like I say, I'm not a tax expert or anything like that, but I just know. Trust me, I know. I know. A matter of fact, I report my income. Since I started making money doing content creation, I report my income. Sure do. I report my income and I report my expenses too as well doing content creation because there's expenses involved doing content creation. Like like some of the expenses is this. Like some of y'all use like these third party platforms to go live. Like say for example, y'all use StreamYard. I use Ecamm. You have to pay for these services every month. So if you keep record of you paying for these resources every month, you could have that on your tax return as a tax deduction. Some of y'all use your phones for content creation to do video blogs. You could want to claim your phone, paying that phone bill as a tax deduction while doing content creation. Some of y'all do travel expenses. Some of y'all have people who are employed. where you literally employ people to either be like moderators or you employ people to do video edits or different things like that. You could claim that as expenses for content creation. Why are you claiming the type of money that you done made throughout the whole entire year? But once again, I'm just throwing that out there to y'all. Those of y'all who are really about that content creation life, those of y'all who sit up here allegedly saying it's a business, but not even filing no damn taxes on it. But it's a business. Say it's a business, but not filing no taxes, no nothing. All right, so let's get to the final part of the show because once again, I don't want to give y'all like no misinformation and stuff. So on this last video we're gonna share tonight, this is the latest report. On this video, they going to share with us that President Trump had rescinded his order about federal assistance. Okay, and I want y'all to listen to this, and I want to hear y'all perspective on this. All right, so let's get it.
After rolling out hundreds of executive orders and actions in his first week, President Trump with a rare walkback. The Office of Management and Budget saying it has rescinded its controversial memo appearing to freeze federal funding for programs across the government. That Monday memo had paused, quote, grant, loan, or federal financial assistance programs that might run counter to the president's executive orders.
Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid have not been affected by any action we're taking in any way, shape, or form. We are merely looking at parts of the big bureaucracy where there has been tremendous waste and fraud and abuse.
The White House says the underlying orders freezing funding for DEI, climate, and other targeted programs are still in place, but all of it temporarily blocked by a federal judge.
Their explanations have created no clarity or certainty. There are a lot of programs they are saying won't be affected, when that is not what organizations across the country are experiencing.
Now, once again, I agree with them. I agree with them that when you look at the executive order, it didn't give clarity. It didn't give clarity about what agencies would be affected or what type of federal assistance programs is going to be affected. It just gave a broad statement saying federal programs. So that could be any federal programs. It could be financial assistance through financial aid. It could be anything that's affected through this. So I believe that when the judge did do this right, put this halt on this, I agree with her on this. I honestly do, because it needs to have some type of clarity on it. Okay, it do. So when President Trump went and rescinded that order, I'm pretty sure what they're doing now, they're going to redraft this executive order again, where it could give details about what type of programs that's going to be affected from this, what type of programs is not going to be affected on this. Okay. So once again, I agree with that. I agree with that. It needs to be some clarity on that, for real. But let's continue, y'all.
When that is not what organizations across the country are experiencing.
And tonight, another sweeping order amid President Trump's escalation.
Now, this part here, I'm just sharing this for y'all information, just so y'all can understand what was going on, all right?
Crackdown on illegal immigration nationwide. He announced the Departments of Defense and Homeland Security will begin prepping the Navy's Guantanamo Bay facility to hold detained migrants.
We have 30,000 beds in Guantanamo to detain the worst criminal illegal aliens threatening the American people.
The massive Navy base in Cuba still holds 15 terror detainees and has been used to temporarily house migrants before. What kind of civilian oversight would there be?
ICE has the highest detention standards in the industry. You can't find another state, federal, local, or city that has higher detention standards than ICE.
All while the president signed his first bill into law, the bipartisan Laken-Riley Act, which requires the detention of undocumented migrants accused of theft and violent crimes. Riley, a 22-year-old nursing student, was murdered by an undocumented Venezuelan migrant who was previously released after he was arrested for shoplifting.
There's no amount of change that will ever bring back our precious Laken. Our hope moving forward is that her life saves lives.
And there's new fallout tonight from the president's buyout offer, emailed to nearly every federal employee last night, which the White House says could save tens of billions.
We think a very substantial number of people will not show up to work, and therefore our government will get smaller and more efficient.
But Democrats urging federal workers not to accept.
He doesn't have any authority to do this. Do not be fooled by this guy.
All right, so let's get into this, huh? Final conversation of the hour, y'all. Let's go and get into this now. LG said this in the chat, but it didn't appear in the chat. But I'm showing it on the screen. It say this: Trump can't just stop everything. That's why it's checks and balances in the government. He is not a damn emperor. Now, I agree with the report about checks and balances. Absolutely, I agree. Absolutely, I agree. I believe that everything in life, it requires checks and balances. It do. Even with this situation dealing with this federal spending, it requires checks and balances. I believe through good intentions that that's what President Trump and this administration is trying to do, is to create check and balances. Basically, what they're trying to do is trying to figure out what is going on with our expenses, why we are in inflation the way that we are right now, why are us as American citizens is struggling to live, especially those of us who are middle class. You know what I'm saying? Why the hell are we struggling when we shouldn't? Why is the color or the cost of living high as it is? What is going on with our economics for it to be in the situation it is right now, or this condition that it is right now? So I believe in good faith that that's what, honestly, what this administration is trying to accomplish. Honestly. So by him doing that, by him creating all these executive orders, right? I don't see it as Trump literally trying to be a dictator, where he's literally trying to take over the country or anything like that. I see it as an opportunity for accountability. That's how I see it as. Opportunity for accountability. The only way that people are going to understand and know what's happening is by someone saying something about it. This is this also similar to a person who is known as a whistleblower, right? Where they see a certain situation that's going on and they decide to expose it. But within them exposing it, they literally end up becoming the villain of the story, right? To me, that's what's happening in this situation. Now, there are other stuff that President Trump does I don't agree with. But there are things that he do I agree with. This is one of them. Sometimes when you put yourself out there, you end up becoming that villain. You end up becoming the villain of the story because other people don't like what you're doing, especially other higher up people where it's not benefiting them no more. And I want y'all to think about that. What y'all think about that? Those of y'all who's against, a lot of President Trump's alleged executive orders and policy stuff, right? It's one thing to not like him because of the different type of orders that he put out there. Fine. But it's another thing. There's another thing where you just don't like him because you just don't like the dude. Those of y'all who are out there right now, who are able-bodied, who are working right now, I guarantee that those of y'all who are working right now, I guarantee that each and every last one of y'all have either a boss, a CEO, a manager, hell, even coworkers that you absolutely do not like, but yet still you work with them. You at least give them the bare minimum of respect. Guarantee that. Guarantee you do. You want to know why y'all do that? The reason why I do that, behavior-wise, is because you see the bigger picture, right? In this situation, the example, the bigger picture is that as long as you working there, as long as you making money, as long as that company is operating where you could bring money home to your families, then you will tolerate the bullshit, right? Right? So you'll stay there working at that company. Hell, some of y'all been working at this said company for like 10 or 20 years, put up with all kind of crazy bullshit. Yes, because you see the bigger picture. Why I'm saying this, same thing with this situation with this administration. We can sit up here all and argue, say different things that President Trump is, it ain't cool. We can sit up here arguing about President Trump personality. We can sit up here arguing about how the way President Trump be trolling the hell out of the Democratic Party every single day. We can. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to him having these certain said type of policies that's beneficial, at the end of the day, as long as it's benefiting all of us as a nation, then who the hell cares? Suck it up. Just like you do at your employment, your work. Suck it up. This is all I say. We do it all the time. I do it all the time. I work for people. I work for certain people that I don't like. I'm gonna be real. I don't like them. I don't. I don't. But I see the bigger pictures that I'm here because I'm making money. And as long as it's operating, they doing what they got to do. I just, as people say, stay in my lane. Maybe that's what some of us need to do. Is to stay in our lane in certain situations and let this thing work itself out. If President Trump is wrong about it, just like what LG said earlier, it's gonna be checks and balances on it. He's gonna be held accountable for that. Absolutely. If it don't work out. If it does work out, guess what? It's beneficial for all of us as a nation. And so we need to start looking at things like that, start looking at things from a different perspective instead of, always, as I say, be in our feelings all the time. Or allowing social media or allowing certain type of parties to try to manipulate your mind. Part of this accountability thing I'm telling y'all about, where I told y'all that 2025 is your accountability, right? Part of that accountability is also for you to start free thinking for yourself. Get past this political party bullshit. I'm a part of the left. I'm part of the right. I'm a Democrat. I'm a Republican. I'm a libertarian. Get past all that and start thinking for yourself and seeing the big picture for yourself. Last but not least, start doing something about it. Doing something about it includes you being a part of your said community where you reside at, because you can do that. You could be a part of your community. Your community where you're at right now, we have a local elections all the time with different said policies. Start become a part of that. Start knowing who your officials are in your said communities. Who's your House of Representatives in your said community? Know who they are. You have every right to go and approach them and tell them about your grievances in your said community because you pay their salary. Start becoming involved in your community. Start doing things for your community to help build the betterment of your community. Don't wait to something serious as a presidential election to go and then you want to start acting all crazy, start talking noise. No, you can do it right now, locally, right now. I guarantee y'all right now that your said community, they already like your mayors and different things like that is voted for certain type of policies that y'all don't even know about, all because you're not there at the meetings. I guarantee that. It's similar to the educational system, right? Your kids go to school, and at that school they got what is known as a PTA meeting, right? How many of y'all honestly go and attend them PTA meetings at your kid's school? Honestly, be honest with me. How many of y'all go attend them PTA meetings at your kid's school to find out what's going on? To find out what's going on with them teachers and them students, and find out what's going on with the money allocated that's supposed to be helping for the better education of your said children. How many of y'all really attended that? So you'll know what's going on. Even in them PTA meetings, guess what? They set up and voted for certain policies. They are. How the hell do you think they slid that policy into drugging up your kids and saying that your kids got ADHD? How the hell you think that came about? When your kid is active, your kid's not hyperactive. Your kid is active. Your kid has been a kid. Your child has been a child. But they sit up here medically determined that your kid got ADHD. And they don't want to put up with it. So therefore, they want to drug your kids. And they slid that on into policy. A lot of children right now have been medically diagnosed about the educational system, about the school system. Misdiagnosed. Some of your kids are going through remedial programs and stuff, right? Saying that low key saying that your kid retarded as hell because they don't want to put up with the behavior. But all of this came from because us as parents didn't go to the PTA meetings or go to the meetings that matter to most, where they sit up here vote these things into policy. And y'all wonder why the things that's happening the way it is. Same thing with the school shootings and after shooters and stuff. To me personally, every damn school in this nation should have some type of enforcement there, whether it's metal detectors, anything there to help protect our children. Wherever it takes to protect our children. But if you don't go to those meetings, if you don't express your grievances instead of waiting until a tragic situation happen, then who to blame for that? I mean, let's have that honest conversation. Let's be real about it. We the people of this nation literally control the fate of our communities. But we're so damn lazy that instead of us voicing our grievances right and doing what we're supposed to do right, we're so damn lazy that we rather appoint people who don't have our best interests at heart to do it on our behalf. And then have the audacity to complain about it. That's what I'm saying. So y'all take it as a grain of salt for what it is. But like I say, you have the power. You really do. But you got to start becoming involved in your community for real. You got to start becoming involved in your elected officials. You got to start knowing who they are. You got to start knowing what they really about. Don't be voting people in because they're black. Don't be voting people in because they just part of the LGBTQ community. Don't be voting people in because they're Christians. Literally start finding out their lifestyle. Find out their lifestyle, how the way they are. And you make a determination on that. What's their policy? What they truly believe in for the community. Do that. I'm just saying. LG say this. I went to all teacher conferences and not PTA meetings. And that's a lot of us. That's a lot of us. We'll go to teacher conferences for sure. When the teacher's calling you about how bad your kid is, or if your kid is making bad grades, hell yeah, that conferences will pull up for sure. That conferences will appear for sure. I'm just saying. Y'all hire based off of merit, not what you box your check on. Facts. Facts. And that's how the way we should be voting too. Facts. Well, we try to elect someone who will fix it, but y'all voted for the Orange Judas. Look, if you don't leave President Trump alone, golly, give the brother a second chance. Give the brother a second chance. Damn. Give the brother a second chance. Man, man, man. So we got a couple of trolls. This time around, I'm not gonna put the comment up here because I'm reading the comments. But look, all y'all got to do is just participate in the chat. You don't have to troll my chat or nothing like that. Because over here in the lounge, we're very, very fair over here. You don't have to troll the chat. You don't have to put all this extra stuff up here. You really don't. You really don't. But that's neither here nor there. But other than that, y'all let me know what y'all think about all this. So how y'all feel about this whole entire conversation about the federal spending, about Trump on the first saying that he wanted to take a look at this federal spending. He wanted to suspend it. Then he ended up rescinding the offer on this. How do y'all feel about even my perspective about even the educational system itself? How y'all feel about the people that came forth from TikTok where they expressing their grievances over this as well too? How you feel about that? Do you agree with it? Do you disagree with it? How you feel about that? Or it don't matter to you at all? You don't care as long as you do you. To be honest with you, if you are feeling that way, if you feel like, well, I'm just gonna do me and not worrying about it, then I'm being quite real with you. You're part of the problem. Part of the problem. And this time out, once again, I said that this year is the year of accountability. It is. It is the year of accountability. So not only that, we got to hold our own self accountable for the choices and decisions that we make. This is what it is, y'all. But once again, shout out to everyone in the chat. I appreciate each and every last one of y'all who are live right now, who are coming in, who are engaged. Thank you so much. Appreciate y'all. And there's a lot of comments. I know I ain't gonna be able to go through all of this. D Novi, Little Darren said this. God bless Trump for stepping in to fix this broken system. Feel you on that? I feel you on that. Let me see. Church lady, she says this. You better report it because TikTok reports your earnings to the IRS. That is facts. They do. They absolutely do report your earnings to the IRS. Absolutely. And those of y'all who also do gig work, them on gig works, depending on who you're a part of, right? They also report your earnings to the IRS too. So that's what I'm saying. And those of y'all who are calling this a YouTube business, right? I'm hoping and praying that y'all report your earnings, and also reporting your earnings do include those of y'all who are receiving cash apps. It includes you receiving cash apps because cash apps is considered as payment for your services. So yes, cash apps and going through the super chats and all this stuff there is considered as payment for services. So you should be reporting that to the IRS, but it's neither here nor there. Here nor there. But other than that, y'all, appreciate y'all tuning into the stream a whole lot. Hope that things were said. It'll give you something to think about. And over here on the lounge, we have these conversations where you either agree with me or you disagree with me, or we could agree to disagree over here. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we do over here. This not no dictatorship podcast over here where I force people to agree with me or anything like that. Because it don't matter to me. Should you agree or disagree? It don't matter to me. I can take it. Because there'll be plenty of people who come on here, they'll have a whole conversation with me, tell me about what they disagree about. Sometimes I open up the call line as well too, and they'll come on here and tell me what they agree about, or they'll come on here and disagree with me, and that's fine. And we open that, we allow that opportunity over here in the lounge. So once again, appreciate that a whole lot. Yep, PayPal send you a tax thing. Yep, facts. Facts. So other than that, y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning into the stream, y'all. Those of y'all who not sub up to my channel, make sure you sub up to my channel for all this thought-provoking conversation that we be having over here. All right. And other than that, shoot, we good. We up out of this thing, y'all. Y'all have a great night, and I will see y'all again on the next episode. Shout out to all my moderators who are doing a phenomenal job as well too, moderating. Thank you so much, moderators. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And we'll see you again on the next episode. Peace out, y'all.